you reconcile it anyhow online. So those infrastructures, we need to build it step by step. And the first step is, one, government collaboration with the private sector. If government comes up and says, oh, you know what, go and dig land anywhere you want. You have free right of way. Just tell us what you want to do. That's, they've created an enabling environment. It's so disheartening that you come with your money and government will want to bill you more than what it will take to even lay the fiber cable. These are the reasons why, for me, I call Akwa Ibom home. Because the government of this state is the most business-friendly government I know. It's not a micromanaged government, no. You want to achieve this, talk to this. It's been laid down, it's very easy. So yes, on infrastructure is step by step. I can let you understand something. What we need first is broadband internet. Like internet that is unimaginably fast. Before you say Ibom Air gets to, see, I want to go to New York before Ibom Air lands in Lagos. I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say. Yeah. I want to send a mail and it gets to New York before Ibom Air gets to Lagos. So that's what we're looking at. So the reason why you're saying there's no infrastructure, like you mentioned, is capital intensive.
Okay, so my next question was going to ask, apart from the capital resources, what are some of the things that you consider? You know, we are talking about scale, going city by city. So trying to reach all the parts of Akwa Ibom, we have a lot of hubs here, and they are not all in Uyo. True. We have hubs that in Ekiti. We have this event that we're holding now is at Ikotipene. So what are the plans to at least penetrate most of the regions in Akwa Ibom?
Okay, let me answer your question this way. We, as a brand, we've thought of all this, and thinking of all this is the reason why I can sit down here and tell you that in the emerging markets outside of Lagos and Abuja, we are the most licensed telecom brand. The reason is because our focus is to achieve the 2025 broadband penetration plan of NCC. What is this plan? If Uyo has 50 Mbps from my point of presence to a customer's house, Ikotipene should have same. Eket should have same. So for us as a brand, it's simple. First, where are the major places in Akwa Ibom State? We've listed them 5. Now, our target is this. Let's attack those places, fiber to home. So imagine you going to your Eket and you have fiber to home in Eket. And our fiber to home, I can sit down here and tell you that what we are cooking, there's nobody that has served it in Nigeria.
I'm very excited to hear that. So somebody here was using Starlink as a testimonial, that the people here with Starlink and solar panels in their house, how accessible would this internet data connectivity be to the people? Because we know that Starlink is for the elite, and here we have a lot of young people who are just coming up. Would this be something that they can afford?
There are 3 things I say every day in the office. We are reliable, we are affordable, and we are dependable. When these 3 things miss as a brand, then there's no brand called CSS Mobile. So on it being affordable, imagine paying 13.5 and on fiber to home, you have as much as 30 Mbps. Hold on, you have free outbound minutes, 500 minutes outbound. Let me make you understand what I'm trying to say. When we put a router in your house, we put a phone line, a phone in your house, a fixed phone, just like Nitel was working. Now, when you pay subscription, it comes with minutes in that phone that you can use to call every other network, MTN, Glo, anybody you want to call. If you want to call CSS mobile to CSS mobile, permit me, that is called CSS fiber. You want to call CSS fiber to CSS fiber, it's toll free. Now, we understand the times we are in, and thank God for government backing. Government has also given us concessions so that we can also bring down the price for us, because I'm also a common man, leave CEO. For us, the common men, to be able to afford the internet.
Thank you. That's a very important factor for us, because as much as we're talking about internet being everywhere, it has to be accessible. That means people from lower demographics should be able to afford this. So I'm not putting you on the spot. We're very excited that CSS is doing this. One other interesting thing about your business for me is that you chose to locate it in Akwa Ibom State. So was there a reason for that decision?
Okay, let me say this.
Akwa Ibom?
Let me say this first.
Okay.
Lagos is called what? Center of what?
Excellent.
Akwa Ibom is what?
Land of promise. I hope I got that.
If Akwa Ibom is land of promise, for us as a brand, Akwa Ibom is our promised land. And for us, as a brand to get to the center of excellence, we must first of all arrive at our land of promise.
Okay.
So why Akwa Ibom? That is the reason why Akwa Ibom. Why not Akwa Ibom? Nobody should ask me why Akwa Ibom. Why not Akwa Ibom? I want to bring everybody I meet in Lagos, I meet in Abuja, I meet outside of the country. Come to Uyo, come to Akwa Ibom. Let me shock you. I was working with some of my friends from Lagos. Please, if you permit me, Mr. Josh, please, can you please join me, please? It's from, Mr. George is from Piggyvest, so please come, please. So he said, see my plan. Yes, the reason why it's my plan is, this is Uyo to the world. These are the Lagos. We're bringing them to Uyo. Now, he said something while we were walking behind. He said, what's the need of going to Tanzania when he was looking at this infrastructure? What's the need of going to Rwanda looking at this infrastructure? Now, imagine if we now bring the telecom infrastructure. What is the need for Lagos?
I'm very happy that even people that are not from Akwa Ibom buy into our vision. And since we're talking about the infrastructure for this digital world, I'll have to ask you a few questions, Josh, if you don't mind. We know that internet penetration is a problem. So what other infrastructure challenges have you had at Piggyvest that affected your scale?
So internet penetration is a huge one for us, actually, because our products are app first. You need access to the internet before you can access any of our products. Mobile penetration is also part of it. like if we can move the needle with infrastructure in this country, then a lot more people can earn, a lot more people can afford internet that CSS Mobile is providing. A lot more people can do more stuff, and I think that just helps with everything we're trying to do.
Thank you very much. There's something interesting he said. He said you have to earn enough before you think of saving. So we hear a lot about save, 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 but if you don't have money, what are you saving? So it just brings me to my last question for you. So for lower income earners, are there any plans for PiggyVest? For people who want to save, but not everyone has apps. It also touches on the question of how people can scale, with the lowest, would I say, technology points, or how they can build. So this is more for the audience and people who are founders or people who are builders here and innovators.
Okay. If you're a PiggyVest user, you would have received an email from us today. Today is World Savings Day, by the way. We released our first ever savings report. It was published today, and then there are a lot of interesting insights there. If you just check your email, you'll find that out there. Sorry, what was the question again? I missed that.
For low-income earners.
Yeah, that's fine. So if you look at that insight, right, a number of people earn below 100,000. The thing that PiggyVest does is basically making it easy and affordable for you to save with the lowest amount. So before PiggyVest, for instance, if you wanted to get into treasury bills, you needed at least 100,000 naira, right? You need to leave your funds for at least 3 months. But today, you can choose to safe lock 1,000 naira, so you don't have to have all of that amount of. So what we're saying is, yes, you need to save. Yes, you earn very significantly low, but you can start small. Whether it's 100 naira a day, whether it's 2,000 naira a week, you can be very flexible and you can start small and start to build up, your savings as you go. So that's literally what we're about.
Okay. Thank you very much for that. So I have my last and final question for Mr. Ralph. So you've taken on an industry that requires a lot of, would I say, regulatory conversations. So for other people here who want to be part of the solution or tackle these infrastructure challenges, what is your key takeaway for working with governments within states? So this is for anyone who is interested in becoming a pioneer like yourself or building and supporting states.
The truth is, this is the truth. There's no other truth. You can't go to Rome and don't mess with the Romans. When I came to Akwa Ibom, the first thing I did was I had to understand how these people think and how they function. It doesn't work that same way in Delta. It doesn't work that same way in Edo. So you need to find what works in those areas and mix with the people. For instance, there's something called son of the soil. Let me go more deeper. For my brand to be accepted, you have to look at, are there Akwa Ibomites? Who are the board of directors? Who are the managers? Who are this? Who are that? So when you are approaching government, you approach government with this. I'm going to be an employer of labor. See, the moment you mention that to any government, first they give you listening ears. So for us, we put that first. We want to come and employ. Not just employ those that will be just junior staff. No, we're talking of managerial staff. So for my advice is simple. First, when you get to a place, understand what works. What is working in Uyo will not work in Lekki. So when you understand that, you now tailor a solution that will work for each location. So that's my advice for someone coming into this space. On the capital side, the truth remains the truth. It's capital intensive. Government regulatory, see, there's this, the government look at telecom with hawk eyes. You can't go wrong. But even at that, once you are employer of labor, you get a lot of concessions. That is the truth.
Okay, thank you so much for being here today and inviting your friends. And we need more people to come to Akwa Ibom. And while this is the end of our panel, we're looking forward to the launch of CSS. We're looking forward to having it at our hubs.
Let me say something on
Okay.
that. CSS is already running in Uyo.
Okay.
Our fiber to home is what we are launching. As I'm talking to you, some of my executive directors are telling me, MD, don't announce the dates. But the truth is this. I said something earlier. What we are cooking has not been served anywhere in Nigeria. Now, seeing Josh here, seeing his team here, tells you something. We're not just doing telecom. I don't think anybody has heard this before. Even MTN, that's what they are doing, but MTN doesn't know that's what they are doing. What we are doing is fin telecom. That's the reason why we want to collaborate with the guys in the fin space. Imagine having internet, and as it's coming with a card, with a credit card. It's coming with, you can pay 1 year subscription, put it tie it, permit me, Josh, you can pay 1 year, keep it in PiggyVest. Your internet will be running. At the end of 1 year, whatever interest that is there, you take a certain percentage. See, we want to create something different for the emerging markets.
Thank you so much. We're looking forward to that. I'm sure we'll be the first to know. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I like the energy I'm getting. Can you please clap for them one more time? Please. Where's the photographer? Can you please come? Let's do this. Amanda, please, you stay in the middle. Thank you very much. Stay in between digital, telecom, fintech telecom, and George. PiggyVest and CSS. At least I can attest to CSS Mobile. I run an annual show, and they've been one brand has been supporting my event, so I can attest to them. Can you please clap for them?